Okay, everyone. Hi, my name is Bridget, for those of you that don't know me, and welcome to our New Zealand Side Hustle event. Tonight, if you're watching this live or if someone sent you a recording, a warm welcome. We're here to introduce the beautiful Deryns. So if you've come along to support her, thank you so much. I know she really appreciates it, and we're going to hear from her in a little bit. But tonight, we're really here to share with you about two things. First being a little bit about our beautiful online health and wellness program and the products that go alongside it. And the second really about creating a lifestyle that we all desire, like a freedom lifestyle. So I'd just like to invite you to sit back and relax and listen with an open heart and an open mind, and we'll get started. So I'll just tell you a little bit about me. First, I came across our program and our products coming up 3 years ago now. I had struggled a lot losing post-baby weight after my daughter, and I came across the post on Facebook about an 8-week challenge. I jumped on board and I managed to lose about 6 kilos in 8 weeks. But it wasn't that made me sit up and notice and fall in love with everything. I just had so many other beautiful results that I wasn't expecting. I started to get more energy, my skin cleared up, my hormones regulated. I had no more migraines and no more period pains, just to name a few. So I just started recommending the products and the program to everybody. And when the opportunity arose to look at the business side, I thought, why not? But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Before we get to that, I'd like to bring on a beautiful friend of mine, Ellie May, and she is going to share with us all a little bit more about our program and our products. So Ellie, if you're there.
Hey everyone, so my name's Ellie and I have been with Juice Plus for just over 2 years now. And I started, when I think back, I wasn't expecting half the changes and things that happened that did actually happen. At the time I was feeling really overwhelmed and burnt out. I was a rugby coach, coaching a couple of rugby teams. I was president of a rugby club. I had a full-time job, full-time family and a farm, and I was pretty much ready to climb into bed and get under the covers. I had had enough. And I came across a few of Bridget's posts, and I had tried heaps of different stuff. I had lots of half-open jars of vitamins and nutrients, and I didn't like using synthetic stuff. I was looking for something natural. So anyway, I jumped on the products and thought I'd give them a go, quite skeptically. And I didn't grow like a third arm or anything, but I did notice after 2 weeks, I woke up one morning and I didn't sort of have to crawl out of bed. I sort of had a bit more bounce to my step. And yeah, I was just like, whoa, I actually feel pretty good. This isn't so bad. And my energy levels had risen. My mood had evened out. I had sort of quite up and down moods, and the highs weren't as high, the lows weren't as low. Everything had sort of evened out. But over a period of months, I had my two biggest changes. First one I wanted to mention is I had psoriasis just under here, below my eyes. I had it all my life, red, scaly, dry, flaky skin. Couldn't cover it up with anything. Concealer didn't work. I don't wear much makeup anyway. And nothing I seemed to do would make it go away. And I noticed probably about, would have been about maybe 2 to 3 months in, it started to clear, and now it's been completely gone for probably 18 months. I don't know, for ages. It's not even an issue anymore, and I thought I would always have to live with it. So that has been fantastic for me. No more people used to comment on it, and I used to get really self-conscious. So now my skin is fantastic. And I guess the biggest change you could say for me was I had had fertility issues for at the time I went on to Juice Plus. It had been going on about 2.5 years, and yeah, it was getting pretty disheartening. And yeah, about 6 to 7 months after starting on the products, I got pregnant. So I now have an almost 1-year-old. So I'm not sure what all the maths is on that, but it was about 6 months after I started. So he's fantastic, and we're so blessed. And that has been the biggest change for us, and it has literally changed our lives. I love the products. Life is on it now. We'll never get off it. It's been fantastic for our immunity and so many things. Anyway, I've been babbling on forever, so we'll hop off. But yeah, absolutely convert, and I love it to bits. And definitely encourage you to keep an open mind and give it a go, because you really don't have anything to lose. So thanks for letting me share my story, and welcome, Darren. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Ellie. So hang on. Oh, sorry, Ellie, I can't get you. There we are. Hi, so thank you so much, Ellie. So to tell you a little bit about the products that Ellie was talking about is Juice Plus. So this is our main products here. And we have the fruit, veg, and berries. And it's literally fruit, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. So all completely natural. They're all grow until they're vine ripened. So that means that they're on the tree or the vine until they've got all their nutrients in them, and then they're picked. And it's a bit deceiving. They're actually made into a big slushy. So everything goes in, the stalks, the pips, the seeds, the skins, all the things that we throw away goes into a big slushy, gets mixed up, and then it gets dried over these really low temperature steam rollers, and all the water and sugar evaporates. And then we're left with little capsules like this. So these are our main products here. And cool thing I love about our company is that with every adult order, you can also sponsor a child for free. So they come in a chewable form. So either if you are either a child or maybe an adult that doesn't like taking capsules, you can have the chewable form as well. And you can sponsor a child between the age of 4 and 18, and they will receive free products for up to 4 years as long as the adult is still on the products. So that is amazing. The other product we have here is our omegas. So these are a plant-based omega. So everybody needs omegas in their body to run. It's kind of like the oil that runs the machine. So it's great for your brain, your skin, your hair, heart health. And so if we're not getting enough omegas in our diet, we find that often we might, mental health might suffer. We might get what we call mummy brain after we've had a child. If you never have had any children, when you're growing a baby, the baby likes to steal all the omegas from your own brain and to grow its own, and we often get very forgetful. So that's when we're missing our omegas. So if you are a vegan or a vegetarian and you can't take fish oil, or you just don't like that awful burpy taste, we have a sustainable plant-based omega here. And then our only other products is our complete. So I don't have any chocolate left. I only see that. This is a vanilla. So these are our complete shakes. I love these. We have them in our smoothies every morning. So it's not just a protein powder. It's got so many superfoods in it. So for example, we've got radish sprouts, we've got quinoa, we've got pomegranate powder, spirulina powder, yucca powder, mushroom powder, like the list goes on. So my daughter has one of these in her smoothies every morning as well. So I know that she started the day, she's got this full of superfoods, and she's got her chews, which have got like 20 fruit and vegetables in them, and she's off and she's at least had something good in the morning. So that's a little bit about our products, and I'll just bring on another one of our friends to share another story, and that would be Stacey. Are you okay to talk now?
Yep, I'm all good. Sorry, I've been running around after my daughter. So my name is Stacey. Thank you very much, Bridget, for having me tonight. I'm a solo parent here in Christchurch, and I've been on the products for just about 3 years now, which is pretty cool. When I first started, I was looking after 16-month-old twins at the time. Partner was very toxic. I was not in a happy place. I was very depleted. And I basically didn't know what this was going to do. But within 4 days, I had crazy amounts of energy. I couldn't believe how turned on my brain was. Like within 2 weeks, I had dropped my day nap, which was amazing. I was sleeping 2 hours during the day with the twins, and I was in bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Within 2 weeks of being on this product, that day nap had stopped, and I started going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Now, I have always been an early sleeper. So even before the babies, I was going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. So me being up now and being alive and being able to talk to you, it was pretty amazing, really. So apart from that, being 3 years on the product, pretty much I don't get sick anymore, which is really, really cool. If I do get a niggle in the throat, I just double up my capsules, and usually by the next day it's gone, which is really cool. And the same for my kids. My kids have been on the product for 2 years now. Their immune systems are so strong. It's absolutely amazing. Ollie took yesterday off kindy because he had a bit of a green snot, and today he's like beans, like running around like nothing ever happened. And it's just like it's absolutely incredible what this has done for them, and you know, the foods that they are craving. I mean, my kids eat a plate full of veggies over fruit or over anything else, but if they were given the choice of pies and cakes and you know, good decent food, they actually go for like the adult platter of the blue cheese and the yummy stuff instead of the kids like pies and lamingtons and stuff, where I'm over here with the pies and lamingtons because I don't often get that. So, you know, the choices that they make, this product, because they've crowded out all that bad, the choices that they make are absolutely amazing. So the product's been like, I would never be off it. It's something that I'll be on for life. No matter what I'm doing, I will always be on the whole range of products. But the one thing I really love too is that we've got this amazing program, and you know, it's really, it's pretty cool because it teaches us, you know, how to cook. It teaches us, gives us new ideas. I mean, we all know how to cook, let's be honest. Most of us do know how to cook anyway, but it just gives you other ideas and simple ways to do stuff. It's all kind of chuck in a pot, let it simmer, so you can do it with kids around your ankles. It's not an issue. The kids love it, dads love it, and, you know, of course, we love it ourselves. So it's absolutely awesome program, and it goes on, you know, mind, body, and soul and everything. So it's an all-rounder really. So that's pretty much me. I'm not sure who I'm passing it to now, Bridget.
That's all right, we'll pass it to Sam. So
Cool.
if you can unmute yourself, hun. Sam has been on the products for a little bit, and I'd just love to know what attracted you to them in the first place and any results that you might have had so far.
Hello everyone, so my name is Sam. So I've been on the products for just over, oh, can you hear me? Oh, perfect, okay. Yeah, so I've been on the products for just over 3 months now, and I guess where my journey began was I had really severe hormonal imbalance. Up until last month, actually, I didn't have a cycle. My last menstrual cycle was in March, so I went 6 months without having any cycle. And so that was like a big thing for me. I started to get really sore joints and sore muscles. I was fatigued pretty much 90% of the time. So I relied a lot on like caffeine. I had a lot of energy drinks, a lot of Coke and that type of stuff. I went to the doctors to get all my issues sort of sorted out and that type of stuff. And when I was there, when she was checking me over, I had heart palpitations. So I had to go for like an ECG, and I had really severe high blood pressure as well. So the funny thing was though, when she did all these tests and everything came back normal, but I knew that nothing was normal, like I didn't feel normal. So yeah, so she pretty much said to me to come back if things didn't improve, and that should stick me on all this medication. And that's when I sort of stopped and reflected on my lifestyle and the choices that I'd been making. And I'm like, if I feel like this now, then what am I going to feel like in sort of like 5 to 10 years? And I'm a mum of 2, and so, you know, I want to be here for my kids. And it was sort of scary, and it was sort of like a check, you know, like a lifestyle check. And I'd also been getting, every month I'd be getting this feeling of this lightheadedness feeling where it could get so bad that my eyes could blink out, and this was all to do with my hormones as well. And there was something that just didn't sit right with me going back to the doctors and getting put on all this medication, because I felt like that would just mask the issue rather than really get to the bottom of it. And so yeah, that's when I just sort of stopped and reflected, and then Juice Plus came along pretty much at the perfect time, when all of this was going on. And so it just seemed like a no-brainer really, to jump on these products. I had been introduced to Juice Plus a couple of years ago, but I think I didn't have the same sort of mindset as I do now, and I didn't value my health like I do now. So I sort of jumped in on all of the products. So I use all the capsules and the protein powders, and since taking them, I no longer get that lightheadedness feeling. Last month, I got my period again. So these are just some of the things. Also, the amazing program. Like, I love going to the grocery store now, and I love getting creative in the kitchen. It's just changed my whole mindset, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam. It's such an amazing story. And it just goes to show that, it's just that the power of fruit and vegetables. I think that a lot of times we feel like we are eating really well, and we all do eat really well, but we don't know, where our vegetables are coming from unless we're growing them ourselves. Like, lots of them might have been grown and packed before they were ripe, then shipped halfway across the world and stored in a fridge, and then we get them at the supermarket, and by the time we get them, the nutritional value is just gone. So that's where this comes in, and we're just getting those. It's not a replacement, it's just bridging that gap and getting those extra nutrients in our body so it can really function properly. So I guess I'd like to switch gears a little bit now quickly before we bring on Deryns, and talk a little bit about the business side. I don't think I mentioned before, I also am a traditional business owner. I have a very successful catering company. So when I first looked into Juice Plus, I'd already been on the products for about 4 months, I think, and I was absolutely in love with them. And when I found out that yearly franchise fee was only like $172.50, I was like, oh, well, kind of a no-brainer after spending like over 200 grand to set up a catering company. But of course, I had loads of questions, and for me, my biggest hesitation would have been, am I going to have enough time to do this justice? Like, I like to be able to do everything properly, and I just thought, I'm not going to have enough time. I work 17-hour days some days when I'm doing weddings, and yeah, so that was a huge big thing for me. But I thought I'll give it a go anyway, because I'd been talking to so many people about it. And once I got in, I realized that it's definitely a business in a box. So it's completely set up so you can do it on the side around family, life commitments, other jobs. And I'm so grateful that I did say what if, because now I am able to pick and choose my catering jobs. I only work 6 months of the year with it, so that means I can spend more time with my family. So to talk a little bit more about the business and what it's done for her, I'd love to invite Pauline on. Pauline?
Thanks, Bridget. Hey guys, so yeah, I've been a part of Juice Plus now for 2.5 years, or just over 2.5 years. I fell in love with the whole concept of it when I got introduced to it. The reason I sort of reached out was I answered an ad on Facebook, and being there at the time, I was not in a very good space with mental health. I had just been managed out of a job I'd been in for over a year by being bullied, and kind of sent me into counselling. I live in a really small town, so the bottom line was, I was too scared to leave my house. People were talking, didn't want to go to the supermarket, and life was pretty grim. Also, at the same time, I'd just taken on my mum, who was 82 with dementia, and I was homeschooling my 14-year-old who had also been bullied through school. So I wasn't in the best space, but when I got introduced to this, it made sense. I fell in love with the concept of the business structure. I fell in love with the community, and I certainly fell in love with the products. So I've been taking all the products now for that amount of time, and changed my life. And so has this business, because not only did it give me a bit of money on the side and create a full-time business now for myself, it has also given me confidence and self-esteem, and it's given me my self-worth. So I'm now in a place where no one can take that away from me. And, you know, I just stand up, hold my head high now and go for it. So definitely a dream come true for me. But, you know, find out for yourself. Definitely don't hesitate to ask questions. That's the one thing I encourage. So yeah, that's my story, and back over to you, Bridget. Thanks.
Thank you, Pauline. Yes, it's definitely, the community here is amazing. So all these ladies that have spoken tonight, I didn't know any of them before this started. We've all met one way or another, either through friends that all are in the business, or we've met online and they've become part of the business. So now I have this huge extended family. So it's incredible. And some of us are all around the world. So I love it. So I think now I would love to bring on Deryns and let her share a little bit about why the business made sense to her and what she's excited about for the future. So Deryns, it's all yours.
Thanks, Bridget. And yeah, thanks, whānau and friends, for jumping on tonight and taking some time out to listen into my whys and what attracted me to this business. Pretty much was extra income, of course, and independence. The fact that the product sold itself sealed the deal for me. I signed up to the business, and when I received my product, so I've been on the product for about just not quite 3 months now. And what I loved about the product was the simplicity of it. You know, it's whole foods, no additives, no preservatives. That was me straight away. And you know, for those that know me, know that I'm passionate about cooking, growing food, eating great, healthy, wholesome food. And taking on the business, I thought it would be a great platform to use to take back to my hometown later on, and just educate family, friends on how to grow, cook, and eat wholesome, healthy foods, you know, that are easy and simple to prepare. I think we sort of get caught up with our busy lives, and we just forget about how easy it is and how simple it is to prepare good food. You know, also my family's enthusiasm towards me taking on this business has been so supportive, and I've witnessed such a big change in their moods, their mindset, their well-being, especially my teenage daughter. You know, I thank the Amigas for that. It's just been immensely amazing on just helping her along with me. So I sort of bought all the products except for the protein shake. So we all take those, the 4 products twice a day, and we've just seen some great changes in it. So yeah, so let's all just, you know, I'm really, really keen to come together as one and help one another out in bridging that gap and into what we should eat and what we do eat. So yeah, let's just keep up with doing what we're doing. Thanks, Bridget.
Awesome. Thank you, Han. And you're doing an amazing job helping so many people already. And it's exactly what it's about. It's about coming back to basics and just eating whole foods. And that's what our program is about. That's what we're all about. It's not complicated, no new fad diet or anything. It's just about eating real good, wholesome foods, family-friendly recipes, easy to prepare. So That's us really. So just thank you so much everyone for jumping on tonight, and I would just like to ask, if anything that we've shared tonight has resonated with you in any way, then please get in touch with Deryn or whoever has invited you tonight or sent you this link. I know when I first watched an event, I had a million of questions, and I was so glad that I just took the time to get them answered. And I'd just like to leave you with this. What if you could create success with this? So thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely week, and welcome, Deryn. You're amazing. Love you loads.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.